Hail, intrepid viewers, and welcome back to, again, what is probably the finale. Panama City seemed a town perpetually on the edge of disaster. A great number of the inhabitants had emigrated to California during the gold rush 20 years ago. The 49ers, as they were called, no. There was certainly no gold in Panama. It was a nowhere town, so steeped in immigrant cultures and influences that it had no true character of its own. It felt precarious, in some respects unfinished. Of course, there was the canal. The French had bought the rights to construction from the Colombians, but quickly ceded those rights to the Haitians. Sure. After disease decimated their engineering corps, Haitians now virtually ran the city with their foreign wealth, and so the local rumor went, the blood-drinking voodoo machines they used to dig up the canal. I could not help to be curious, in particular about the supposedly mystical machines. They were elephant-sized steam shovels painted bright red and blue. Dyed rooster feathers adorned the boiler, and a single operator sat in the carriage to control the winch, boom, and bucket. Great quantities of stone and dirt were being thrown into the air, undercut by the whistle of steam escaping and boilers rumbling. As I watched, a tall, sharp-eyed fellow in pinstripe suit glared at me.
"You here to watch our work?"
To watch or work. I'm a visitor.
"Are you now? Well..." The man puffed at his cheeks. "I'm Gesner, the crew leader, and I don't allow any watching of my dig site."
He pointed to one of the steam shovels.
"Get in."
I complied. Without a second thought. Perhaps it was the authority in Gesner's voice. Perhaps I was rather too enamored of the enormous power of the steam shovels.
"Gesner Jr. will lead you right,"
he pronounced with finality, caressing the bucket of the great machine. Did you create him then? I confess myself impressed.
I designed all the steam shovels, but Franchon gave them life. She's headed back to Haiti tomorrow morning. I don't know what I'll do without her.
He nodded towards a tall black woman who was checking the fuel barrels, occasionally dipping a finger in a tarry black substance and tasting it.
But enough talk. Time to dig.
I picked one at random and pulled, consigning my fate to luck. The winch squealed and began to raise the boom with a vibration I could feel in my bones. A grin spread on my face. I rather threw caution to the wind in my... No, it's not my... I rather threw caution to the wind in my experiments. After a few unfortunate incidents of near burial and decapitation, I developed my own style of excavation.
"Unconventional,"
Gesner remarked, looking at the magnificent pile of dirt and rock I had cleared.
"But clearly you have skill."
As I worked, I saw the woman called Fanchon move away from the site. If she was an artificer, perhaps she would be useful, but my shovel would not be stopped or slowed, and I worked until evening. Did I make a bunch of money? Did I get paid? I worked for free. Great. Typical. Pass spot 2, you dunce. I do not want to go to Acapulco. I refuse. Getting there is something else. Should I have gone to Caracas instead? Oh, so close, yet so far. I made a hotel, because I'm pretty sure traveling through Mexico is going to kill me, just from a ease of travel perspective. That evening, I strolled the streets, only to find myself face to face with Fanchon, the engineer Gesner had pointed out to me at the works. Ah, the visitor from France. She smiled lopsidedly. Have you come to take back your canal? It will not be easy. She raised her fists playfully. Madame, I greeted her, and she took my hand. I was told, do the shovels really run on blood? She smiled. Ah, that is what they say? I have heard it is true. I have heard it. Is it true? Blood is a terrible fuel, or we would all be using it instead of coal or gasoline. We Haitians make our own organic fuel. We cannot rely on imports, you see, she explained, but did not elaborate further upon the exact constituents of the mixture. I was told you are leaving town, I said. She nodded. I am indeed. I have, she smiled. A little craft of my own devising, but it needs a few parts. You know how these things are. What kind of craft? I asked, intrigued. She shrugged. It is a kind of bird, she replied. But she is, you might say, injured at the moment. My master and I are going around the world. Faux pas, spot 2. I declared. How exciting for you. How political, she replied, though I did not think she meant it, and her eyes were moving away into the middle distance. Perhaps we could travel with you, I asked, when your craft is repaired. She looked at me as though judging my character by inferring the way my parts fitted together. As I say it will take some time to repair, or some manpower, time and manpower. They are both realized by one thing. Name your price, I told her. She named a figure, and it made my eyes water slightly. Well? I will ask my master, I muttered, and crept quickly away. Very good, she replied. I bid Madame Fanchon goodbye, at least until we decided whether we could afford such help as hers. I made my way back to Monsieur Fogg, only to find myself accosted by a group of Panamanian dynamite blasters. They were a mix of city boys and Choco immigrants from the villages, united by their dislike of the Haitian digging crew. They seemed keen to talk. We are leaving Panama before our blood ends up in a vat. You should leave too if you have any sense. Where are you headed? We are making for Tapatinga in the Amazonas. Chef Phil gave me a considering look. We may have some space for men of talent and determination. I considered their offer as I headed back to my lodgings. Men who spent their days blasting through the mountains could prove to be useful travel companions if we wish to head into the interior of this vast continent. We don't! Ah, yeah. Look at that. Port-au-Prince. This way. $8,000. Pounds. Arrives today. Jeez Louise. How much money can I get? And how quickly? Blah, blah, blah. Bank, bank, bank. Oh, there's no bank here. They only serve Haitians. I'm a friend of Fanchon. Oh man, no bank. Well. Hashtag hopes broken. Crushed to smithereens. My only hope is to get from here to Caracas. We will try it. Embark. Oh jeez, that's uncomfortable. But it's by steam shovel, which is pretty dang cool. Oh, that's cool. Okay. It's gonna suck. I wish I could just give up on the little sliver of hope I have of making it in 80 days. Because I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna make it in 80 days. And having that hope is just only causing me pain. We decided to head into the interior of the continent with the Pandamanian dynamite blasters. Unfortunately, their escape plan involves stealing one of the steam shovels from the canal dig site and riding it all the way to Tabatinga. A wonderful idea. Or so I thought before we did it. Oh, we did it. We did it. Good. Can I groom the fog on the back of a steam shovel? Let me describe the theft of the steam shovel. It was hardly an elegant affair. For my part, I offered what help I could. A practical decision. The quicker the theft, the quicker our journey could begin. They put me on a lookout duty. A lucky thing, too, as Gesner, the Haitian crew leader, decided to take a midnight stroll with his lady friend in the middle of our little adventure. I signaled the Panamanians to the danger with an owl hoot, and they hid until Gesner and his tall lady friend retired for the night. I settled Monsieur Fogg upon the steam shovel and loaded our bags before they started the engine. We rode out of Panama City with our boom swinging free, destroying buildings and creating an unholy racket. The dynamite blasters, as their profession indicated, were not masters of stealth. We were gone before the Haitians roused from their beds. Still, I do not think we should return to Panama City soon. Perhaps in a decade or two. Okay, don't die, Fogg. I will comb your hair. It will make you good better. As the day progressed, the dynamite blasters stripped the steam shovel of its winch, bucket, and any other extraneous parts to speed up our journey. Belisario, one of the blasting crew, tried to remove the roof of the cabin, which would expose my master and me to the elements. I protested heartily, and they acquiesced with a grumble. We did not reach the Medellin that night, and had to camp under a copse of trees. At least we were under cover. We're not gonna make it. I'm salty. Matteo, the youngest of the dynamite blasters, disappeared overnight. Chefil's mouth set in a grim line, but he did not seem overly concerned. As we passed through the town of Medellin, we found him collapsed in front of a bar, clearly the worse for gin. Chefil kicked Matteo's shins irately. Take him with us or leave him here. We put it to a vote. The remaining 4 dynamite blasters split evenly with Chefil voting against. He looked at me. I voted to keep him, and Monsieur Fogg followed suit. Your heart is too soft, Sheffield grunted. Vino, the only black member of the crew, picked Matteo up and tucked him behind the engine block, giving me a grateful smile as we rode away. Why was his race relevant to that statement? How am I getting these fresh shirts? Is it like Passepartout's superpower? We made good time into Bogota, and tumbled off the steam shovel with a variety of aches and bruises. Even Monsieur Fogg's phlegmatism seemed brittle. Perhaps we will find somewhere comfortable to spend the night, he said, dispiritedly, his tone heavily implying that I was not capable of procuring such an accommodation. I looked around the town with a sinking feeling. In this town of brigands and thieves, it did not seem likely. Perhaps we should go on with the steam shovel. Onward to where? I suggested, hating myself for the words. Monsieur Fogg's throat worked once, but no sound came out. When he finally spoke, his words were, at least on the surface, calm. If it is the fastest, then we must. I negotiated a price with the shovelers, £50, and then we clambered back on board. Funds gone down. Relations deteriorated. No! I didn't think we were gonna... Oh, I thought it would let me choose the route. Good gravy. I should just end the episode here, because we failed. How can I possibly describe the Amazon rainforest without doing it a disservice? I am too upset to read. I'm not in the mood. Is it lushly green, every surface and tree branch and mossy rock and patch of brown earth teeming with life? We constantly slapped away insects, birds at every possible hue darted between the trees, which nearly obscured the sky. Jaguars roared to each other in the distance. I was too miserable to worry too much over anything other than my immediate comfort. Every exposed part of my body itched or burned, and the mud underfoot had an uncanny way of slipping into my shoes. My master fared a little better, and we shared more than one look of commiseration. My goal now, my only goal now, is to kill Phineas Fogg. I just want to see what will happen. I just want to see what will happen if Fogg dies. Eduardo woke the entire camp with an explosive shout. He regarded each of us with burning eyes. Someone, he whispered dangerously, has stolen our fuel. You know what this game needs? Like, so I really like choose your own adventure books, but I always read them with a plethora of bookmarks, so I can mark every decision, and that way, once I've read through to an end, I can rewind to my previous decision and choose the alternate branch, and in doing so, kind of just extrapolate through all the different possibilities. I do not like reading a choose your own adventure novel to the end, starting back at the beginning, and reading through it again. I do not like that. And this game has that exact problem. I really, really, really wish I could load up this playthrough at basically any city. I don't want to have to replay through it again. I mean, I will want to replay through it again at some point to choose completely different paths, but the immediate time I want to spend playing is not to do that. I want to, like, rewind to, you know, like Panama or even Bodega, or like one of the other places I've been to. I don't want to have to play through the whole thing again. That sucks. I've been someone. I got blamed for stealing the fuel. I looked around. A flicker of sympathy. Took a breath. I didn't do anything. Lower your revolver. Shut up. Shut up. I dove for Mr. Fogg. Wanted to protect him. Oh, Chefil got shot. I dropped to my knees. Staunch the bleeding. Eduardo screamed. Okay, I don't care. Die, Fogg, die. I'm not grooming you. I am not grooming you, Fogg. By the morning, the stolen fuel had been returned to its proper place next to the engine. The crew blasted a depot with one of their sticks of dynamite, and we buried Chefil in it with as much ceremony as we could in the middle of the jungle. Eduardo had not spoken a word, so I sat with him. As Belisario fed the fuel into the tank and started up the steam shovel. Keep right-clicking, I don't want to do that. His face looked as though it had been ravaged overnight. Oh no, I killed him. Yeah, you did. You killed him. You were so fast, blah 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 blah. Okay, this journey is best forgotten, and die. And you're dead. You're dead, Fogg. What's gonna happen? Oh, we can beg. Or we can sleep. Sleep. Okay, we're healed. What was the point of that health meter then? Whatever. Let's explore. Well, hey look, it's a one-day path from here to England. We beat the game. I'm super salty, you guys. There's stuff going on about something about rubber. Rubber's so fashionable, you guys. It's the best. It's imported straight from the Amazon at 95 cents. I stole some rubber because I'm a criminal. The small barrel was easy enough to lift, and Monsieur Fogg did not need to know. Did I really just steal a barrel of... I just stole a barrel of rubber that fits in our Gorium luggage. But what use is it? We're not going to go to New York. Why would you ever go to New York? Okay, this is our only option is Belim. How much money does that take? 1,200 by paddle boat. That's pretty cool. Negotiate. Can't afford the ticket, let alone anything more. Oh, does negotiation always make it cost more? Well, we can beg. How much money do we get from begging? Just hit day 80. Does the game end? Sing, Passport 2. Sing for your money. Fonts have gone up slightly, although the relationship has gone down. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Keep begging. Beg throughout the night. Never stop begging. Passport 2, you're my little begging monkey. Try to look humble. I am very humble. Someone will aid us. Gentleman appeared to disregard us. Twirl his mustache. Held out my hat. 500 pounds? Rando guy just threw 500 pounds at us. We're begging. Oh no. The game doesn't end until we make it. Right? Is that what it's saying? Do I actually have to make it to England to end the game? Dear sweet Bippy. Perhaps I should go without you. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Also, somehow, begging seems like a super good way to get through... Oh, there we go. End of day 80. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, I don't care. But it's new. We can beg through the night. And we actually don't lose any, stuff. These rich guys just walking around throwing out 500 pounds. That's crazy. Okay, day 80, Passport 2. Indeed. I shall plan to go to England. Negotiate. Nope, it can't be adjusted. What do you want me to do? We're gonna sleep, I guess. And scene. We have failed. Indeed. Oh no, the game doesn't end. But I don't really have the spirit to continue. I don't. I can't beg anymore. I can't go anywhere. Is it costing money to sleep? Sleeping's free. We are long-standing residents. How am I gonna get out of here? I feel like I'm stuck. Like, I really just want to restart a new run at this point. That would be backtracking to Bogota. Well, I do. That is exactly what I expect. I should have gone to America. I should have gone to Hong Kong. Dang it, game. You ruin all my hopes and dreams. I can't even afford a trip to Bogota. Oh, I guess I can. How much is it? Show me your price. Is it free? Okay, I'll take your free journey. This may not be the finale. This may not even be the penultimate finale. But I think it'll be faster if I stop reading as much. I don't know if you guys like the reading or not anyway. I suppose if you've gotten this far in the series, you do like the reading. I don't want to converse. What's this say? Celebrated idiot Phileas Fogg throws unlikely bet. Yeah, screw you. I think this episode will be the finale. I'm gonna play a little longer. I'm just gonna, I think, just edit to the end somehow. I guess I'll groom the fog. Oh, nope, too slow. Yes, yes. Establishment. Welcome relief. Blah, blah, blah. This is the same gyrocopter dialogue. And you can't even skip it. Like, that's another thing. If a game is super replayable, I need to be able to skip the super redundant bits and not be able to skip stuff. It's dumb. Oh, we got a picture. Great. I don't care about S-links with randos if it isn't going to pay off. I only care about social links for if it benefits me later. Okay, we can't go to the bank. Let's sleep in a hotel and heal up. Money goes down a little less than 100, I think it was. Okay. Oh wait, we can't go to the bank here, right? This is the only bank for, Haitians? Or is that the other town? Probably missing all sorts of interesting options by, not reading these things. Head to Caracas. I do want to go to Caracas, I think. That's the best way to Port-au-Prince or Freetown. Cool. Okay. A mechanical statue. The eyes follow you and it catches coins out of the air. That's pretty cool. Do I have enough money? I don't. But I will explore, and that'll reveal... Okay. Why couldn't I do this when I was first in Bogota? Oh, right. Because I automatically continued like an idiot. You know, there was hope. Okay, so it's day 85 here. If I can make it to England by day... How much time did I have? Like by day 90? Then I could have made it. I think. Embark on a bird. That's the coolest thing we've traveled on all day. Or all voyage. All day too, I suppose. A tram-sized mechanical bird. That's pretty cool. Okay, we made it. Took us exactly 100 days, which is kind of cool, but 25% over sucks. There's a lot of crap I had to deal with, and banks and stuff. Visited 20 cities, which is pretty cool. I wonder what the minimum cities you can visit is. I hailed one of the steam carriages idling on the banks of the Serpentine in Hyde Park. Let's go get mocked by the Reform Club, I instructed. My master shook his head. "To Savile Row," he corrected calmly, and turned his face to the window. I have most assuredly lost my wager. Soot and fog thickened the yellow light of the gas lamps as we drove through the streets of London. I think I only truly grasped the truth of the matter then. Hearing the words of my master's uninflected tones, we had lost the wager, and by a wide and unmistakable margin, yet I found myself thinking on the words and marvels we had seen on our journey. I could not bring myself to regret even a day of it. My master entered his domicile with his habitual tranquillity, though he instructed me to leave the windows shut up so that his neighbours would not mark his return. I prepared his supper, and he ate heartily, as if he were not utterly ruined. "Passepartout," he began. "Yes, Monsieur Fogg?" In the silence that followed, I counted up the vast sums expended, all the obstacles which we had to overcome, and those which had delayed us. "As a valet, you have been of indifferent use to me, Passepartout," he said, as though remarking upon the weather, "but more importantly, you have circumnavigated the globe as my companion. Despite the unfortunate protraction of our journey," he added, "it was no small feat." "And what will you do now, monsieur?" I asked, trying to emulate my master's coolness and aplomb. "My course, Passepartout," Monsieur Fogg interjected smoothly, "is fully decided upon. We must attempt the journey around the world once more." "Once more?" I cried. "Indeed," Monsieur Fogg said implacably, and an intent light glinting in his cold blue eyes. "By this time, forewarned and better prepared, we will succeed." "Yes, monsieur," I nodded smartly. Monsieur Fogg consulted his ledger and tapped his pen. "Perhaps this time," he said thoughtfully, "avoiding the Amazon entirely." Yes! I never wanted to go to South America. As a terrible course of events, if only the Hong Kong thing hadn't been bugged. I assert it's bugged. Oh, I'm so salty. I will play this game again. Not gonna record it though. But, I'm super friggin' bitter at what I see as just really bad RNG screwing me. So yeah, I'm gonna try again off camera. I'll tweet about it or something. Thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry we couldn't end on a happier note, but that is the way the cookie crumbles. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Signature catchphrase.